Hey everybody, what's going on? I'm Aminadel, aka Green Grow Guy, and I want to welcome you back. Okay, and if you are brand new, welcome. Okay, how's everyone feeling? How's everyone doing on another beautiful day? Okay, it's another beautiful spring day. You know what I mean? And we are out on the urban farm getting some stuff done inside the polycarbonate house because we are about to separate are onions. Okay, so let me tell y'all the truth about something. Let me leave my grow table and I'll tell y'all. Now, I'm pretty sure many of you watch tons of facts on a variety of social media platforms where you see somebody say, hey, grow your scraps, and they cut the bottom of the onion, and then either they set it in water or they just plant it directly into the ground, and then all of a sudden in the picture is a whole onion, or they got all these onions. Is that true? Yes. But are they not telling you something? Yes. Now, if you do grow this successfully and you just took a scrap of your onion and you put it in the ground, if you do grow the onions, they'll probably be deformed. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a process in there that they're leaving out, or something that I do, and I actually get onions. Now, I do still put them in the ground. People are like, you don't have to put them in the ground, you can put them in water. I put them in the ground. I'm going to tell you why. I put them in the ground in the beginning of the spring. Number one, because I have a cat. So, jars of water, random stuff in it, on shelves, don't work. Tried it, failed many times. I just don't want to do it no more. I don't want to do it with my cat Butterscotch no more. She don't want to do it with me no more. So we made an agreement that we were going to stop doing it with one another. Especially when I have all this space and opportunity in early spring. I could just throw onions down as I eat them, and because it takes like maybe 2 weeks for you to get something substantial to maybe separate, 2 to 3 weeks. You know what I mean? To separate and replant. Okay, so initially when you plant these onions, I'm gonna turn it around and show y'all. So initially, as you plant them, yes, these heads will start to pop up. But this is one onion, this is two onions, this is three onions. And if you grow them all together, they'll just be like these skinny, kind of sweet potato looking onions. They'll be deformed. So what we're going to do today is just pop them up from the root. We're not going to destroy the root. We're not going to dig all up in here, act all crazy. We're going to do it to remove it almost in a hole so that we can separate it and replant it. All right, let's get to it. Okay, y'all. So this was the onion that was sitting right here. As you see, I popped it up. Now this is the same result that you would get. Excuse me, I don't know why it's okay. This is the focus, y'all. Did y'all see that? All right. So this is the result that you would get in water. Could you get more roots? Yes. But what I'll tell you, the reason why I like doing this more, and I will tell you guys why, is because you already have soil acclimation doing it this way, so the plant is already used to the soil, and there's not a grow the roots, put it in soil, and then integrate it into your garden. It's already acclimated to the soil. So the only thing we would really have to do is split this up, like I'm about to show you, playing it back down, and it'll go right back to business without a hard shock. That's number one. Number two is a lot of times when you do a hydroponic grow, you know what I mean? You have to be on it, especially when you're doing it in a quantity. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want the roots to get nasty. Now look how beautiful and healthy these roots are. And I honestly just threw them on top of the topsoil and put like a 1/4 inch of soil, watered it, and walked away. It does its own thing. It's way easier for me to do it this way, I promise, instead of doing that hydroponic thing, checking the water, dumping it out, refilling it, making sure the pH is right. Throw it in the soil. If you know your soil right, do that, bam, quick. So right now I'm going to show y'all how to separate it, all right? Because I really want y'all to get the real onions. You know what I mean? I don't want y'all to keep getting the deformed ones, or honestly, I just want you to be successful. You know what I mean? So let's get to it. Okay, now guys, what we're going to do is we're actually going to separate these, okay? And I'm going to cut it dead down the center with my pruners, okay? You're just going to want to have two individual pieces of onion with the roots attached, all right? So let's get to it. Gently break it apart. Now, right here, y'all, what you do now at this point, what I do is I honestly peel this part off. I peel this off because now I'm resinking it in the ground. It's going to be all nasty. Then this is the onion, the one onion bulb that you're going to get. All right. So I hope I cleared that up for everybody. All right. I'm going to spend the time separating these onions and then we're going to plant them down individually. And then I'm going to show y'all the finished product. Just know from now on, that's how you do it. Each individual stalk is almost like an onion tuber. I could even cut this again right here, which I am going to do, and make another onion. Because if you don't do that, then they grow looking like sweet potatoes, and you don't want that. You want a nice round onion. That's what you want. Now, even though if you're not successful and you get something that look a little crazy, if you can eat it, eat it. Don't throw it away because it look a little funny. If it's all right, eat it. But well, hey, the choice is yours. I'm showing you how I do it, and the way I do it works, y'all. You know what I mean? We're gonna put these things back down as onion tubers, and you'll have onions for sure. All right. So I'm gonna do that right now, and I'm gonna show y'all the finished product. All right. I might not let y'all watch me do the whole thing because nobody ever comments. Do y'all need to see me do the whole thing? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm honestly just gonna plant these down the same amount of depth that they were and let them get back to being busy. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna do that. Let me know in the comments how y'all feel. Okay, everybody. I did decide there was some things I might want to show you when you're doing this. Now, number one, when you are digging the hole for these onions, okay, you want it to be as deep as the new root you grew out of your old onion is. So you don't want to dig this real shallow hole and smash the roots down. That's not going to work. So don't do that. Dig the hole to the depth of the roots where the onion can sit comfortably without being completely submerged. You don't need to completely submerge it. Okay, it can have a little bit sticking out, like right when you get to that white. Stop, stop, stop. Don't do no more. You know what I'm saying? Because if you do that, you're gonna eventually do too much. You know what I mean? So I dug the hole. Okay, and I'm gonna show you guys, give you guys an example on exactly what I do. Okay, now understand, you can plant these anywhere from 2 to 6 inches apart based on what size onion you want. Okay, bigger size onions like those big yellow Spanish onions, 4 to 6 inches apart. Yeah, that's how you get those big juicy ones. You know what I mean? If it's a smaller, yellow onion, the ones that you buy in the bags, you can put them 2 to 4 inches apart, and you will get exactly what you're looking for. Okay. All right. So with that, I'm gonna stop running my mouth and I'm gonna show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. First, I want to show you guys how I peeled it down. Okay. Now you see some have more roots than others. That will happen, but this will still do something. So don't sleep on it. All right. You see how it's separated and all that nasty, yucky skin that was on it. That when we uncovered it, we removed it. You know why? Because it starts to break down, and you don't want mold, you don't want disease. Ripping it down prevents that. So that's the step I wouldn't avoid, guys. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna eyeball it. Now I be eyeballing, y'all. I don't be measuring taping. I be eyeballing. That's the measuring tape. My eyeballs. All right. What I do is I go down and I guesstimate. All right, right there. When as soon as it touches the soil, and then I level it with my eye. How much more do I want this to come up so I can see this part of the onion sticking up? So I'll raise it up a little bit like that. I'll fill it in with some dirt, and then I'll set this onion right on top. I dug that deep. I dug it too deep, y'all. All right. Now, what I'm going to do is when I plant it, I'm actually going to hold this as I plant it to pack it in because this is the exact height that I want it to be in the exact direction that I want it to be. I want it to be straight and everything like this. So I'm going to hold it with two hands when I do it, but I'm a one-man team. So I'm going to pack this around and then I'm going to show you the finished product. Okay, everybody. So far, there goes the finished product. Yes, I am going to cover it with mulch. Yes, I am going to still water it in. And what I also want you to know is that I also put more nitrogen down. I didn't put phosphate down because if you remember from the other video, we just watered some in. But since this is a bed full of leafy greens already and needed to be fed nitrogen, for the broccoli, heavy nitrogen feeder. Romaine that we planted from scraps, heavy nitrogen feeder. I just threw it all in the bed to treat everything at once. All right. So I'm going to finish up the process, breaking up these onions and getting them down in the ground. And as always, I want to thank y'all for watching and checking me out. All right. Philadelphia Urban Farmer. All right. From concrete to food forest, y'all already know. See you next time. Thanks for watching.